What's up, everybody? All right, I had to John Skinner this video and do a voiceover. If you're not familiar with John Skinner, he's a big-time YouTuber up in New York, and he does a lot of voiceovers. So we're going to check out this cool intro, and then we'll hit it off from there. There goes the OC Bay Hopper. If you didn't see the video of us going out on that, going down the Lazy Lizard right there, check it out. It's pretty fun. It was an awesome time. I'm on 4th Street, actually 2nd Street. I'm going to try some tog fishing down here for a little bit. It's pretty windy out today. The Hurricane Fiona, is going through Bermuda right now, and we're kind of getting the wind from that, and no rain or anything like that. We did have rain yesterday, but it wasn't related to the hurricane at all. But it is pretty windy, so I'll try it for a little bit. Hopefully we'll get some bites. The reason I want to come back here, I know I just did a video here. My wife's relatives were in town. Her Uncle Joe and her Aunt Barb were here, and I took Joe down here fishing, and I'm like 99% sure I got a sheep's head mixed in with some of the tog, so I couldn't land it. It broke me off right at the end, so I'm definitely curious to see if there really is some down here. I did catch one last year. I'm trying to get some to see if there's like decent sized ones here. I know there's some that are caught under the 50 bridge and over by the inlet as well, so I don't know. We'll give it a shot, see what's around. So pretty much what happened was I had a microphone that I planned on hooking up to the GoPro, and then when I got back to edit the video, it almost sounded like there was no audio at all. It was just coming straight from the GoPro. So with the wind and all that, it was extremely hard to make out what I was saying. But right here, all you can see is I'm using a 9-ounce sinker, which is typical for what I use on 4th Street, and it's paired with a 1/0 offset hook and a frozen sand flea. And later on, I do make a change to a circle hook, and I'll explain why in a second. If I can get a couple bites, I'll know they're here. Usually I'll find out in the first, like, 30 seconds if they're chewing or not. If they're not, and we'll give it up. Can't even feel anything. Bait's gone, so that's either the fish took it or the waves. So we'll switch. Here's where I start to make the call that I should switch to a circle hook. The reason why I do like to use them when it's heavy wind is the wind is pushing the rod tip so much that it's hard to get a good hook set or to feel the fish biting. Usually with tog, you can feel a pretty good thump. But with the circle hook, they'll set themselves. There is, I guess, a time and place to use them. Most of the time, I don't like to use them, but if it is heavy wind, then yeah, I do make the switch. So right here, I'm picking up a 2/0 circle hook. I'm going to put that on, and then put a sand flea on and put it back out. So here's a pro tip for you. When you're hooking the sand flea with the circle hook, instead of going through the bottom, I go through the top of the shell. You'll see me do it right here. And the reason why I go through the top, I want that hook point to come out of the bottom because they eat the insides of the crab first. So for me, it's a better hookup ratio as opposed to the other one where you're trying to set the hook. They'll eat the inside of the crab and then hook themselves. Too. It's the biggest one of the year. Usually the ones that I catch down there, roughly like, I don't know, like 9-10 inches, maybe a 12 here and there. But this one was definitely
the biggest one of the year so far. Right here, you can see that just absolute perfect hook set from the circle hook right in the corner of the mouth.
Get a measurement on him. Let's see how big he is.
So as you can hear from the little white noise, it was tough to hear what I was saying, but I guessed it was probably going to be about 12 to 13 inches. I kind of figured it was going to be on the 13-inch side. So we're going to get a quick measurement and see how big he is.
All right, let's check it out. Oof. It's a 12 to 13. He's right on at 13. It's a good one.
Right here, I'm just getting baited back up. I'm going to put on another sand flea. As you can see, I'm still doing the same thing. I hook it through the top shell of the sand flea onto the circle hook.
That's why. Not what I want. Little black sea bass. It's a shorter one. Shouldn't be too. 10. That's like an average one that I've been catching down here. That circle hook did an absolutely perfect job. Like right in the corner.
Those circle hooks paid off big time today. That's the second one hooked right in the corner of the mouth. So I'll try to give you some brief info on 4th Street where I'm at. About 10, 15 feet out, it's a memorial reef. It's for a long-time employee that used to work for Ocean City. And they built the reef for him. I believe it's a rock pile, and it goes pretty much from 2nd Street all the way down to 4th. So when I'm dropping here, I'm not casting out. I don't want to cast out because it's going to get hung up in the rocks. So this is just a 10-foot rod. I just hold it straight out and just drop it right down. If I was to go any further, it would go into the rocks.
Yeah, I got him already. See how quick that was? Oh, flounder. That's insane. I've never got a flounder over here before. Little baby.
I do have to say, this one caught me like totally off guard. I was not expecting a flounder. I've never caught a flounder tog fishing, let alone off a sand flea. It was probably the strangest thing I've seen. It really felt like a bigger sea bass, and then to see the flounder was nuts. This is a big flounder area. I know that they fish in the channel out there for flounder and drift for them, but I've never caught one like this. So shortly after that, the bite just slowed down big time. I didn't get really hardly any bites at all. The wind picked up a little bit more, so I ended up just packing it up and heading back home. But anyway, I really hope you liked this video. It's completely different than any other videos that I've ever done. So hope you like it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.